So, hey, this was me on my way back home after my first semester. I was just enjoying the train journey and playing with this random kid I met. His name is Bhavyansh, and now he's my friend. And honestly, I thought life was pretty chill at that moment. But suddenly, my friend called me and told me that our MSc research advisors had finally been assigned. And honestly, I wasn't expecting my research journey to begin on a train. Then I talked to my friend and checked the name of my advisor in the circular, and then this one text completely changed my whole mood. My advisor was calling me to meet him after lunch while I was on my train because he didn't knew that I'm already on my way back home. Honestly, after coming home, I just wanted to relax for a few days. So I kept scrolling through my phone and pretending I didn't have any research papers waiting for me. I used to chat with my friends, laugh at their takes, and used to have a chill day. But slowly it started hitting me that my MSc research journey has actually begun, and now I should do something. So as I was thinking, I was so confused what to do and where to start from. But then I finally decided to keep my phone aside and think. I believe starting something is really difficult and is the most difficult part of the journey. The beginning is the most difficult part of the journey. Now, as I was thinking, where shall I start from? I finally decided, okay, fine. Let's not think and start searching it on Google. And I just started searching for it on my tablet, and then I decided whom shall I ask? Shall I ask for my seniors or my teachers? But then I decided, okay, I'll ask ChatGPT first. ChatGPT is always having our back. I guess this is the best thing. So I started giving instructions to ChatGPT, like where should I start my research from? I'm just a beginner. I don't know anything, and ChatGPT must be thinking like, okay, she's actually very confused, and I really should help her well. So then, as I gave my instructions and the prompt, I got my results, and they were actually very interesting. And I was so happy that okay, it's actually giving me something that I can read and decide like what I'll be doing. So I got some good points, and then I decided, okay, fine, I'll be going with this. You might not believe, but I actually got some very solid points from ChatGPT, and I was like, okay, fine, now maybe I'm ready to start. So I just decided to sit on my study table and study. Then I searched for my search text that what was my topic: genetic diversity and micronutrient profiling of winged bean genotypes. Okay, so this was my topic, like tentative topic. And being a biotechnology student, I am a biotechnology student, no doubt, but still all these things still scare me because okay, I don't know everything, and I promised my sir that I'll read about it in the holidays. And why did I texted it? I should have not, because this is actually such a headache. But then it's fine, I need to do it somehow today or tomorrow. So then I decided to search it on Google, like search for some research papers, because I really need some research papers and review papers to actually get a hold of the things that I have to do, like the genetic diversity analysis and the micronutrient analysis. So I started asking ChatGPT about it, like what should be the right approach, and then I got some of the results also that you will be seeing very soon. So as I was writing my prompt, I was also thinking like I should maintain some diary because I really need it. And I thought, okay, fine, I'll read this. And then I was getting actually some very good points. As I was reading the result, I was quite astonished. Okay, fine, these are actually good and I really need to jot them down, because I forget everything very quickly. So I really need to jot it down so that I do not forget what I need to do. And I decided to jot down all the important things from here. And then I thought to search for winged bean. This is my crop. I'm an agriculture biotechnology student, and I will be working on this crop for my MSc research. And as I searched for it and I clicked just a picture, you can see it has such a cool morphology, these winged beans, also known as Goa beans. And when I clicked this picture, I actually was taken to a recipe site. Like, how did they know? I have never eaten this. No, I don't know how I will work on this. I don't know about it. I have never eaten it, but I have to work over it and increase its nutritional value in the market. This is all looks like very imaginary and dreamy, in the way that you're going to do something that you know nothing about. Like, sir told me about nutrient profiling, genetic markers, I have to develop primers. Like, all this sounds very interesting but very confusing. At the same time, it gives me kind of chills, like, okay, I'll be doing this much of cool stuff, but the thing is, how will I be doing, how to do it, where to start from? And then I finally reached some of the research paper sites, and I decided to download some of the research papers related to my crop and my topic. Now I even don't know how to read this research paper and what to read in it, like that will help it in my research. Because see, you will get many research papers, but you don't know what to extract from it and what to do. So then I finally decided, okay, I cannot sit in front of the screen the whole day. I actually need to go and get some printouts of these research papers, such that they will be quite handy for me to read and to keep a track of them. Also, all these images and diagrams and data, I was so confused and I was so anxious, like, how will I do it? I hate maths. I extremely hate maths and statistics too. But if I have to do research, I have to learn all this. So now then I decided to go back and at least learn the recipe of these winged beans. That I don't know if I'll be able to complete this research or not, but at least I'll learn how to cook this vegetable at least. Then finally I got the printouts of some of the research papers that I found useful for me, and then now I need to study about them, because it's very important to read them, but actually I was not understanding any of the things. So I thought, at least let me highlight few of the important points that I can understand. What I'm highlighting is the scientific name of this winged bean and its family. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to read it anymore. Let's flip the pages and see what's inside. And as I flipped the pages, it made me even more confused, because I can't understand these diagrams. I can't understand anything. Like, what are these circles? How I'm gonna read them? There are market names written over there. But then I thought, okay, let's do it. Let's read a little bit more. Let's at least complete this paragraph. So then I decided to take a fresh diary and start writing everything down. The research, the mistakes, the confusion, all of it. Because maybe one day all of this will make sense. But right now, I honestly don't even know where to begin. Right now, I'm just a student sitting at home with a bunch of research papers and a lot of confusion. But maybe this is how every research journey begins, and mine has begun. So let's figure it out together. And if you want to see how confused students slowly become researchers, you can follow this journey with me. Let's see where this goes. Bye-bye. Take care till then.
wonder